Okay, guys, you caught me. This is Peter at the Shalom Piece, and it's time for Torah comedy. Okay, just kidding. You guys know I'm not very good at this, so I'm going to need you to be kind. And what I mean by be kind is, like, give me some laughter and stuff. I wish I had one of those little, I could just put applaud down here at the bottom, so everybody knows when to clap or laugh. Right? Okay. Anyway, so the first joke, just get right into it, is a joke about Moshe. You're in school, when you're a kid, and you were asking, does anybody know the last name of Moses? And they say, and everybody's asking, it's like, no. Finally, this really smart kid, he comes up and he goes, listen, it's right here. It's always written right here. Every time God speaks to Moses, it says it just like this. It says, V'yadabar Yovel Moshe Le'amar. So his name is Moshe Le'amar. Moses saying, when God spoke to Moses, saying, okay. So my problem is I explain my jokes. Okay, next. This is the next one. This one is the rabbi knows somebody particular in the synagogue. He sees him at services and stuff, but he doesn't see him at shul. So he asks him. He says, "Hey, listen." Goes up to him and says, "I haven't seen you in shul, and I want to invite you to become part of Hashem's army. And, we'd love to see you." And he goes, and the guy tells him, and he looks at him, and he goes, I'm already in Hashem's army. And he goes, and the rabbi goes, I don't know, I haven't seen you there. Is it so? And he goes, yeah, listen, I'm in the Secret Service. Okay. Okay. All right, here's another one for the schoolyard. There's a social worker going around, making sure the kids have direction in their life. He goes to visit the school, visits all the kids in each classroom. And she goes class to class, and here's brilliant answers from all these great kids. And you can't believe the direction some of these guys are going, these kids. And she gets to this one, it's in the fourth grade room, and she sees this big kid. And she's like, I got to ask that kid what he's going to do for a living, what he's going to be, moving houses, or what is this guy's huge. And she walks up and she says, so what do you want to do when you grow up? And he says, I want to get out of the fourth grade. All right, here we go. So next one comes from a study that I just recently did about being a minister, that you must put in a laymanship. You must put in some time to learn Torah. You can't just walk out there and not know the basis of our entire faith. And all of, the commentaries and everything that, anyway, so you're supposed to spend 5 years learning Torah before you ever go out and consider yourself a leader in service in the churches or wherever you're at, in these communities where, someone is looked to for answers, real answers. Well, let's face it, folks, there's too many heresies and false doctrines out there. There's people trading the name and script and all kinds of crazy things going on, and that's why you need to go and study the basis of Torah for 5 years. Now here's the joke: if you don't get it in 5 years, you don't pass the tests and and all of that. You should move on. Maybe it's not for you. And here's the joke: he goes, you should try skydiving, but if it doesn't work out for you, you weren't supposed to do it. All right. Okay, that's funny. And I got to learn to, I think, look into the camera. I think it's right here. But I just keep looking all over because I think I got a big audience. I think that's what's going on with me. Okay. All right, here we go. So, here we go. Should this be the last one? Maybe this will be the last one. All right. So, there's a guy. He's a Gentile. Really, he really hasn't converted yet. He wants to be members of a Jewish country club. And they don't let him in at first, and so he goes to one of his friends. He goes, "Hey, what do I do?" He goes, "Listen, tell him your last name's Schwartz, and you're in the Shmata business, and you make Italis." And he goes, "Oh, okay, all right, that sounds like a good idea." So he goes back to the country club. He signs up, writes out the form, Schwartz, and what do you do for business? I'm a Shmata. And then when they go to interview him, he goes, "Hey, you're Shmata, what do you mean?" Well, I make the tellies. And then and they ask him, "Well, I've always wanted to know, about all of the wonderful production secrets and all the details that happens when making the talis. Could you tell us about it? And he goes, oh, no, don't ask. I just make the sleeves. All right, that's all I got. Oh, boy, do I have some studies coming out here soon that are going to rock your boat. Stay tuned. Oh, subscribe. Remember? Subscribe right down here.